customers.
Try the newest, cheapest, and fastest delivery na express service. Introducing Moto Express PH. You can now leave your shopping and delivery needs with us without much exposure and interaction to people outside. Mapa-grocery items, medicines, foods, and other essentials and halal-certified products, kami na ang mamimili at maghahatid sa'yo. Sinisigurado na ligtas, in good and quality condition ang mga pabili o order sa delivery service na iyong i-avail. Para sa maayos at mabilis na delivery at order mo, ipamoto mo na. Download Moto Express PH app through Google Play that is built to deliver beyond your expectation. Tara na dito sa Moto Express. Dahil moto mo to.
Hello, good evening, and welcome to another special episode of I'll Be There For You para sa Usapang Buhay, Usapang Karamay. Kung advice ang kailangan mo ay I'll Be There For You. This is, of course, again, your I'll Be There. This is Al Madali, your mind wellness coach. And of course, coming from the Motivation Philippines, isang napakagandang Saturday evening brought to you, of course, by I'll Be There For You program only here at Global Pinas TV. And of course, tonight is another special night kung saan pag-uusapan natin ang mga issues and mga topics no natin that is very related sa ating current situation ngayon, which is of course a pandemic na nangyayari sa COVID-19 natin. But before we start, of course, mag-good evening muna tayo sa lahat ng mga kasama natin dyan, ng mga nanonood. Thank you always for everyone who is always supporting us and who is always with us every Saturday episode po natin. And of course, also wag na wag natin kalimutan that sa lahat po ng ating mga followers po ng Motivation Philippines, you can always join us and follow us sa ating official Facebook page, Motivation Philippines, and you can also hear more of me sa Almadali page. And ayan, magpapasalamat po tayo sa Global Pinas TV, and of course to our new sponsor. Special shout out po tayo kay Commissioner Eslea Limbona as one of our staunch supporter ng mental health movement natin dito sa Pilipinas. And good evening also sa lahat ng aking mga kaibigan who are and who will be watching with us tonight. Ayan. So, napakaganda ng ating topic, napakaganda ng ating pag-uusapan because it will be around, parang ano siya parang round 2, 3, 4, no? Pang-apat na talagang nagfo-focus tayo ngayon because ito siya yung parating every time that I do talks, webinar talks, maraming mga nag-i-invite sa akin and these are the most questions na nakukuha ko every time that I go around and na-invite ako ng mga webinars and seminars at marami talagang to talk sa akin. At isa talaga sa madalas nilang pinagdadaraanan is that yung mga mental health issues or concerns nila when it comes to schooling. Right now, especially with the new normal of homeschooling, no, nandito lang tayo sa bahay lang to learn most of the students. Marami silang mga, what I call this, challenges and struggles na maaari natin pag-uusapan. So tonight, magfo-focus muna tayo, pakikinggan muna natin sila in terms of our guests are all student leaders, no, in one university here sa aming syudad, okay, sa aming city. And we're going to hear them and talk about ano yung mga current issues, yung mga current nilang mga nami-meet, mga problems along the way, at ano din ba ang ginagawa ng mga schools at ng mga youth organizations when it comes to the mental health ng mga youth. Okay. Ayan. So, para po sa ating mga friends tonight, ayan, huwag ka nahiyang mag-comment down kung meron po kayong mga comment, questions. Don't forget to click like, ayan, at i-share po natin ang ating videos for tonight. Okay, so habang hinintay ko po yung ating mga special guest, no, because our topic tonight is mental health and schooling, no, homeschooling. So, for the next episode, pag-uusapan naman natin actually is yun namang mga school officials and guidance nila ina-address yung mga issues ng mental health. But tonight, ang pag-uusapan natin is paano kaya, no? Kasi sila yung first line, o kumbaga, first na nakakarinig, first na nakakakita. Mm. And yun, nakakakita at nakakarinig ng mga problems, no? Sa kanilang ano, sa kanilang what do you call this, sa kanilang school. So naririnig nila yung issues, yung usap. Do of course, program natin gamit yung meron kong not segment, pero siguro there's a small konting new akong i-introduce tonight, which is there is now a parang point of the sun na kung saan pag-uusapan when it comes to the mental health. So, ayon lang tayo, no, hinihintay lang natin board mga kasama for tonight. Okay? So, ayan, para po sa ating, what do you call this, para sa ating, what do you call this, sa ating mga viewers for tonight, thank you and welcome. Ayan, hindi ko na tagalin, of course, muna sa aking, introduce ko muna sa inyo, who is one of our guests for tonight, one of the student leader of MSU IIT, Miss Shaina Lagindab. Shaina, good evening, welcome.
Hello, sir. Good evening. Thank you for having me tonight.
Hi. Yes, oo.
Hello.
Thank you so much, no. We are just waiting for Hans. I think Hans is connecting this time. Alam mo naman nakakabilis ng mga connection, no? Ng mga connection tonight. And I will give time sa inyo to introduce yourself at ano you call this, what you do, at ano na yung mga ano natin, pag-uusapan natin tonight. So I think Hans is already to please introduce yourself. Paglalak sa lahat ng mga ating mga ka-Albiers who are watching with us tonight. Ayan, Shaina.
Sir?
Yes, pakilala ka muna sa ating mga kasama natin for tonight.
So, hello everyone. Good evening. Happy Saturday. I am Shaina Lagindab, and then I was the former president of MSU IIT Kasama, which is the official student government of MSU IIT here in Iligan City. And then, ano pa ba, sir? Ano ginagawa ko now?
Oo. Oo.
I
Ano
am
yung mga, what keeps you busy these days sa pandemic?
I am actually a medical student now. So, medyo busy talaga.
Wow!
Yeah.
Oo. What year are you in?
I'm in first year.
Wow, okay, great. Maraming salamat. And you can greet also, of course, your friends and your family na I'm pretty sure in the coming time, makikita nila ang ating bunting tonight, no, interview with you. Ayan. You can greet muna your friends, no, before tayo mag-proceed sa ating another kagalang-galang na guest tonight.
All right. So, hello everyone. Hello guys. Hello friends, family.
Mhm.
And I hope you're all watching because given the topic given was very interesting and we need to be educated with it. So I hope that everyone is watching and everyone is doing well. And I hope that you guys can learn something from our talks tonight. Thank you.
Yes, and thank you so much, Shaina, no? And of course, we're very happy that you are on board with us tonight, and we are going to have a chit chat, no? Wag kayong this is just simply about talking about a group of people exchanging thoughts and ideas that is related sa ating pinagdadaanan today, which is the pandemic and the mental health and yung issues and concerns when it comes to students. And I'm pretty sure relate ka being a med student because the pressure and everything. So pag-uusapan natin yan later. And of course, we would like also to welcome another our special guest. We are also very honored to have Hans Ambalong. Welcome on board. Hans, good evening. How are you? Yes, oo. Hans,
everyone.
medyo mahirap talaga yung ating connection tonight. But yes, oo. Medyo ano talaga, always challenge talaga ang connection.
Hello.
And I'm pretty sure, naririnig mo naman ako, Shayna, right?
Yes, sir. Naririnig naman.
Yes. Okay, great. Ayan. Sige, so I'm pretty sure Hans will give time na lang sa kanya na makapag-reconnect siya and all. So before we start with our topic tonight, Shaina, no, meron kasi akong part dito na meron kaming tinatawag namin dyan na ano, na we call this, the sender question for tonight. So mag-share muna ako sa inyo of these are the people no, who have been following me at minsan nagsisend sila ng mga questions or letters for tonight. But I think Hans is already with us. Hello, Hans. Maayong gabi, President Hans. Oo, no, nahihirapan talaga tayo sa connection with him. Hi.
I can't hear you, sir.
Oh, okay. Bakit kaya? Oo, naririnig naman ako ni Shaina. Baka may mga kailangan ka lang pindutin dyan around your laptop or your, what I call this, or your cell phone or ano, oo. So, hanapin ko lang yung message. So, isa sa ano dito, we'll just wait for Hans, no, Shaina, until he becomes, Hans, magsabi ka lang kung naririnig mo na kami ni Shaina. But there's part ng ano namin tonight, sa ating show tonight, Shaina, where there's a sender question for tonight. And isa sa aming, what do you call this, sa kanyang, what do they do is that they send questions, tapos they give them, our thoughts or expression. We don't technically say, probably it's an advice, pero hindi naman natin sinasabi na ganun dapat nilang gawin, no? Because if you have issues and concerns when it comes to mental health, we always tell them to seek professional help. So for our tonight sender question for tonight, Shayna, and later mag-give ka rin ng ano mo ng mga thoughts mo and how do you think yung ano yung pumapasok sa isipan mo. Sabi niyo dito, Dear Al, ayan, sender question for tonight na ating ka-Albe there. Dear Al, ask ko lang po kung paano po i-overcome ang trauma from bullying and depression. When I was in junior high school, I've experienced bullying from my classmates. Ang pinaka-worst experience ko po ay natrap ako sa CR for more than 2 hours at minsan ito po ay akin ng napapanaginipan. Sometimes I would always try to ignore it. Pero I'm trying to move on from my past experiences. Pero kapag nakikita ko ang mga tao na yon, naaalala ko pa rin naalala ko pa yung mga ginawa nila sa akin dati. So yung question niya is, paano ko po i-overcome yung trauma from bullying and depression? You know what? I think nakaka-related no ng ating topic for tonight because schooling, bullying, trauma that leads to possible depression, maraming factors kung bakit tayo nakaka-lead to depression. But ito muna ang tanong ko sa inyo before I will give my final answer or my thought, may ano. Shayna, have you experienced or ka na mga
Sir,
leads
you're
to
choppy.
trauma,
Parang hindi ko
to
marinig.
depression?
Paulit ang question. Yung shy na-experience mo ba?
Okay,
Sorry.
sorry. Oo.
Okay.
Oo, sorry. May ano, what do you call this?
Choppy. Parang putol-putol. Hello, sir?
Ng Hello? Shayna,
hello,
ayan.
sir.
Can you hear
Ayan.
me?
Yeah, okay. Hello, sir?
Ayan, can internet.
Hello? Hello, Sir Al?
Yes, yes, naririnig kita. Can you hear me?
Okay na. Kanina kasi, Sir, putol-putol.
Okay.
Okay.
Oo, this is or ako pala ang may problem. Okay naman ang ano ko, internet.
Hello, Sir?
Yeah. Hello.
Yan, parang hindi na siya malabo. Hindi na putol-putol.
This is
Smart na siya.
better.
Yeah, it's better.
Okay, I hope so hindi mawala ito for like more than 40 minutes. This is okay?
Yes, sir.
Ayan. Hi, Hans. Naririnig mo na ako, Hans?
Hi, sir. Marinig ka na kita, sir. Kanina di talaga, sir.
Hi. Okay,
Feeling ko
finally.
na-commit
Ayan,
kayo. I
sige.
think
Oo.
it's the internet.
Internet, yeah. Oo. Yes, oo. But Hans, no, before we put you on board, meron kasi akong pending question kay Shaina, and we were talking about experiences on bullying in school, and that leads or any traumatic experiences at school. So I'm asking her if meron ba siyang experience na narinig niya or experience in the school that is related to bullying. Mm-mm.
Okay. Yan pala yung tanong. Hindi ko kasi narinig
Yes.
earlier. So,
It's
actually,
okay.
Sir Al, it's very relatable, your question. Kasi, I
Mm-mm.
think during my term as a kasama president, super grabe yung bully. Yung,
Mhm.
kahit saan, naririnig ko, nakikita ko yung post personally, talking about me, ganito, ganito daw. Tas,
Mhm.
napunta pa ng Iligan Post, ganyan, ganyan.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yes, sir. Ewan, bakit nagkaganon?
So
So,
so
may
you
mga
were talking
experience
about
talaga.
social media bullying, no? Yung sa social media na bullying.
Yes, social media
Mm-mm.
bullying, and it's really toxic, and
Mhm.
naka-affect talaga siya. Naka-affect talaga siya sa
Okay.
mental health ko.
Great.
So,
Okay.
ano ba?
Yes. Mm-mm. So later we will answer doon sa question ng ating letter sender for tonight. But we will give time now to Hans na magpakilala siya sa ating mga ka-I'll be there who are watching with us tonight, no? I hope, Hans, you can hear me. Can you please introduce to magpakilala ka sa ating mga viewers tonight who are watching? Saan ka na school at ano yung ginagawa mo for now, and what the student or student government you are affiliated with this time?
Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir. I'm sorry if I wasn't able to introduce myself. I hope the connection stable right now. I hope that we
Mhm.
could still continue with our discussion right now, and I hope that the
Mhm.
communication can still be Balong, and I am
Mhm.
currently the kasama president for the Kataas-Taasang Sanggunian ng mga Mag-aaral, or the highest student governing body of MSU IIT.
Mhm.
And due to COVID, my term was extended, and I will be
Wow.
having my second. I will be turning to second year as a president this coming May, and I'm also affiliated with the Youth Advocators Productive Services,
Mm-hmm.
And currently, that's where I spend most of my time other than my studies, my time in the organization, at
Mm-hmm.
the same time, my time the students UIIT. And other than that,
Mm-hmm.
I also spend most of my time taking care of my hair because it becomes very much frizzy and
Uh-uh.
uncontrollable these times.
Yes, no, because of pandemic, ang dami nating nare-realize and we get to discover a lot of our skills and mga undiscovered pala ng mga talents natin. So hindi ko na patatagalin yung ating topic tonight because we still have like around siguro roughly more than let's say 40 minutes to tackle our issues and concerns. And I have prepared a general question para sa lahat ng ating mga kasama for tonight who are joining with us. Of course, Arnold will be joining with us in a very, very few minutes. So we were talking about, mental health and school. So this episode is parang gagawin namin is actually from the students, and then the next episode is that we are going to invite naman coming from people or people working in schools, guidance counselors, administrators to talk about how do they address mental health issues at school. But this time, bibigyan muna namin ng pansin and emphasis coming really from the students themselves and student leaders kasi kayo talaga yung nakakaramdam and the first line ng what I call this ng mga issues, no, kayo yung unang na nalalapitan, kayo yung unang na-expressan ng mga estudyanteng nahihirapan when it comes to school right now. School related about mental health issues. And right now, there are the latest study no na published last this January 2021 published that talks about depressive symptoms among young adults in the Philippines, and there are key highlights the findings ng study na ito. And according to them, no, Hans and Shaina, is that about 1 in 10 Filipino young adults experience moderate to severe depression. I think yung highlight ng study nito is that they are very specific doon sa group population that they are talking about young adults, and that involves Hans, that involves Arnold, that involves Shaina, na isa sa 10 Pilipino ay nakakaranas ng moderate to severe depression. And right now, sinabi din nila sa study na to that the prevalence of moderate to severe depression among Filipinos ay mas mataas sa mga babae compare sa mga lalaki. At meron ding mga factors na nakita nila, and this involves less education, residents that are in urban areas, and marital problems are significant predictors, no? Predictors, they say predictors, or shall we say contributing factors to people na nagkakaroon ng moderate to severe depression. My question to Hans and Shaina right now is that what are the common mental health issues na face ng schooling nyo today or ng schooling nyo that is in relation to the pandemic situation right now na nasa bahay, hindi nakakalabas, less interaction. What are the common mental health issues na nasasagap ninyo? Mm-mm. I'd like to hear muna kay Shaina.
Hello, sir. Are we talking about MSU IIT here?
Probably nilang siguro in general, no? I'm pretty sure that you being ikasama president for a time, no, as a student leader, I'm pretty sure marami kang mga nakasalamuha na mga estudyante na I'm sure lumapit sa iyo and talking about this. So in your experience, no, let's say from your school, kasi doon ka talaga makakahugot ng example. Ano ba yung mga common mental health issues na napapansin mo na parang ito yung paulit-ulit na nilalapit sa amin na issue?
To be honest, I really don't know the specifics, disorders, kasi it's on the guidance office and it's private and confidential. But based on my observations naman is mostly like PSTD, yung post-traumatic stress disorder, clinical depressions, and different anxieties. And aside from this, sir, I think there's a lot more. And I think that it is due to the many stressors that's around us. And to think, Hannah, it's before pre-COVID times. my
Mhm.
experience is from pre-COVID times and now it's COVID.
Mhm.
So I think mas more today talaga, mas malala kasi the
Mhm.
stressors from especially from the academics kasi everyone's
Mhm.
adjusting to online classes and
Mhm.
getting low grades, failing and not learning
Mhm.
anything from our courses. So yes, and I think kasi nasa bahay lang tayo, siguro
Mhm.
mas maraming stressors kasi like for example, before pag umuwi tayo is yung bedroom natin is yung parang safe place natin, relax space
Mhm.
natin. But due to the pandemic
Correct.
right now, talagang parang yung bedroom natin, hindi na siya
Yes.
naging peaceful place kasi doon na tayo nag-aaral, gumagawa ng mga works, and etc. So I
Aha.
think mas more talaga
Aha.
ngayon. But then before, yun lang naman siguro yung napansin ko, PSTD, clinical depression, different anxieties. So, yun lang naman so
Mhm.
far.
So you were, yeah, napakaganda nung na-share mo na because you were talking yung mga three commons like the anxiety related problems, trauma related problems which is yung
Yeah.
PSTD, and of course yung ating depression. It's good to know, no, these are technical terms na yung sinasabi mo. Ayan, sabi mo hindi ka pa masyadong familiar pero very ano no, very technical na yung terms mo. How about naman kay Hans being the current and extended president because of COVID, and you have no choice because sinumpaang tungkulin mo yan na mag-serve more sa students. Ano yung mga usual mental health issues na dumarating sa iyo at napapansin mong paulit-ulit or na-increase especially because of a COVID and pandemic? Mm. Ayan. Hi, Hans.
Oh,
Oo. So, yes, Hans. How about you, Hans? I was
yes, yes,
also
sir.
talking, no?
When
Yes,
it comes
oo.
to yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, yes, if sir, if we put basis on, for example, my observances span of 2 years,
Mhm.
but in the school during the COVID
Mhm.
times, there really is a difference when it comes to I mean of the um for an example, in on our part as a student lead, also put we post also we also put what the students post
Mhm.
on their own social media, since we are also students, our and that's our
Mhm.
we get to see the post of other students as well, because friends,
Mhm. Mhm.
mga friends lang namin sila or di kaya acquaint
Correct.
the most common talaga na na mga concern ng mga estudyante when it comes to mental health issues is the really the pressure when it comes to submissions.
Mhm. Oo, sa mga deadlines and all.
um Although our school to practice leniency towards its students, we still could not deny the fact that the pressure of submission and deadlines could still
Mhm.
create that
Mhm.
they create mental health issues towards our students. And when it comes to personal, if are we actually doing enough,
Mhm.
or are we are,
Mhm.
is there
Okay,
lack
so Hans, oo. So
in
that now
and
leads
it's
me to
better?
to
And I also could not
mhm.
force my fellow student
Mhm.
officers to really themselves of service to face, and this time of this is different. Force them
Okay.
to really work
Mhm.
7 times, seven times
Oo.
or 5 times a week. Yeah, parang
Aha.
ganun, sir. I give them time to yung
Mhm. Mhm.
na
So,
namin pa still
Hans,
our programs
aha. So I'm hearing from you, Hans, no? I'm hearing from you, and what I'm getting is that you do also monitor at nakukuha mo rin yung mga issues, yung mga concerns coming from the students kasi nakikita nyo rin also through the social media. Now that leads me to the question, which is what do you think is the root, no, of mental health issues at school? Kasi parati nating sinasabi that, for example, it's because of the pressure coming from the school, but the school provides some leniency to the requirements. So, ano ba talaga? Is it really the requirements or the current situation ng students? No? Is it like the estudyante ba mismo? No? Kasi before, students have, marami silang issues. Yung iba wala silang access to internet. They would say that they do not have the same resources as to other students. Yung iba, they can have research and a lot of resources sa kanilang on their own. Yung iba naman nahihirapan to have this. So is it about the problem or the issues on resources or on being the pressure that is put upon them by the school, by the teacher, or by the people that is surrounding them? But before that, ayan, mag-say hi ka muna, Arnold. Kanina ka pa dyan. Hindi pa kita na pa on board, no? Before you answer the question, guys, you can say hi, Arnold, no?
Hi everyone. So good evening po. Sorry for being late. Galing pa po kasi
Mm-hmm.
ako ng duty
Mm-hmm.
sa rescue
Yes.
namin dito
Mm-hmm.
sa local barangay sa amin sa Iligan City.
Okay.
Yes.
Great. Okay. Thank you so much, Nog, no, dahil humabol ka pa rin. So, yun nga yung tanong ko. I would like to hear Shaina, no? Kasi nga, you, because as a med student, no, na nasa bahay ka parate, and you have to really learn on your own. And I'm pretty sure kahit nasa face-to-face session ka, medyo mataas din yung expectations and all. So, sa tingin mo, saan bang mabigat na pressure? The pressure that is given by the school because of the deadlines and the requirements, or the pressure that yung student mismo sa bahay, wala siyang personal access to other resources, may cellphone siya pero tatlo silang nakikigamit sa cellphone kasi magkakapatid sila lahat nag-online classes. What do you think is yung mas nag-weigh in for that matter that nagko-contribute on the issues and concern on the issues on mental health ng isang student?
Since before naman po talaga, sir, kahit in face-to-face classes, tama ka po,
Mhm.
super mataas pa din talaga ng pressure if you're a
Mhm.
student. Kahit hindi ka
Mhm.
medical student, as a student pa lang, taas talaga ng
Mhm.
pressure. Tapos now, during the pandemic, mas mataas po. Kasi like for example, before yung iniisip lang natin, we just think about on
Mhm.
passing our subjects, getting high grades. For example,
Mhm.
getting high grades for my future patients. Tapos to make my
Okay.
parents proud, to make myself
Aha.
proud. Parang
Aha.
thinking then if may papatunguhan ba ako in the future. So now,
Mhm.
I think in this pandemic, during these times, mas mahirap talaga siya. Kasi parang based on, for example, yung mga sa news pa lang na naririnig mo na 15 cases per day. Tapos mapapaisip ka talaga na ano ba itong
Aha.
ginagawa ko? Yung pagsa-study ko ba may patutunguhan pa ba to or wala na?
Mhm.
Tapos
Mhm.
yun din, super hirap mag-adjust in
Mhm.
online classes, especially that our internet is not that fast. It's really
Oo nga,
slow.
naramdaman natin
Yeah,
tonight.
di ba? Tonight lang. Tapos dyan kasi
Oo.
nakadepend yung pag-aaral. Kasi for example, in online
Correct.
classes, live
Correct.
exams, tapos pag mawala ka, retake ka ng exam. So, parang
Ay,
ganyan.
talaga? May ganun?
Yes, sa amin, like,
Oo.
180 degrees, room tour ka muna before ka mag-take ng exam, tas may proctor talaga na nanonood sa'yo. So, if mawala yun, so you need to retake again. So, dagdag
Oh
pressure
my
yun.
God.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then,
Nagulat ako
yung
doon.
parang,
Oo.
yung pressure din from your parents kasi like they're
Mhm.
thinking that you're like this and you should be like that, you should not fail or
Mhm.
something like that.
Mhm.
Parents per pressures din, yung friends mo, everyone who is expecting for you to do better. And then
Mhm. Mhm.
yung problem talaga for me now is that at saka yung napapansin ko from my friends is that yung parang you're expecting from yourself talaga. Kasi
Mhm.
aside from the pressures around you, yung pressure talaga na ikaw mismo yung
Mhm.
pressure na binibigay mo sa self mo. Parang
Mhm.
yan yung
Mhm.
depressing kasi it leads to like overthinking na parang
Mhm.
parang I'm no good. I'm no good,
Mhm.
tapos parang ganyan. So far,
Mhm.
yan yung napapansin ko talaga. Yeah, and then yung
Mm.
pressure over academics kasi, I think ito talagang pinaka-root kasi nag-aaral kami. So yun yung
Aha.
pinaka-root. But then, I just want to say that when you are depressed, it is not
Aha.
just because of a single reason. Like for example, you're depressed because of your academics. It's actually because of a lot of reasons. Like for example,
Mhm.
the pressure from your family, pressure from your friends, yung pressure
Mhm.
na binibigyan mo
Mhm.
mismo sa sarili mo. So it's
Oo.
actually everything. It's actually
Oo.
everything.
So it's everything.
Oo.
Oo. Kumbaga kung ang mental health, it should be a holistic approach. Yung pressure
Yes.
din is holistic ang pressure. Oo. In all
Yes. Parang
aspect.
yeah,
Oo.
hindi lang siguro isa, parang overall pressure na. Pero during this
Overall.
pandemic,
But
mas more, mas more
oo.
pressure kasi dagdag na yung internet.
Oo. So yun nga yung parang sinasabi ko, no, kasi before Shaina, nasa school tayo, so nafe-feel natin it's the school who's giving us pressure. And then we go home, and then home becomes our parang,
Yeah,
a way of
safe
to
haven,
comfort
parang
us.
ganyan.
Oo. But now
Tapos,
with the
oo,
normal, oo, with the new normal, saan na ba nanggagaling yung issues, no, the root of mental health? Is it coming from from the sa bahay mismo, or doon sa school natin? But before we go to that, no, there's a very interesting question coming from our viewer, coming from Ninth Day. He said that how do students cope up with all of this pressure? How do they manage their anxieties, and what are the adjustments they do? This is a very nice question. Napakadami ng kanyang tanong, pero I think we'll have to start muna nitong what are the adjustments they do. So, ito yung gusto kong itanong kay of course muna kay Hans, and then kay Shaina, and then kay Arnold, no. Ano ba yung mga usual adjustments na pwedeng gawin ng isang student in the new learning online world, na new setup natin, new setup of online classes and everything. I'll start muna with Shaina, no. Shaina, ano ba yung mga adjustments na ginawa mo, and what are the small adjustments, or siguro may one or two adjustment kang naging effective para sa'yo that you think pwedeng gawin din ng iba? Mm-mm.
mm. First sir, gusto kong i-mention na, hindi tayo the same ng kalagayan, hindi tayo lahat the same ng kalagayan during this pandemic.
Correct. I
Yes.
agree. I
So we
agree.
need to know
Mm-mm.
that first. Tapos, maybe yung mga ginawa ko is hindi na-apply sa iba kasi nga hindi tayo similar na situations. Pero mostly,
Mhm.
yung bigger, parang pinakamalaking adjustment na nagawa ko is self-discipline talaga. Kasi
Okay. Mhm.
you need to parang disiplinado to jot down everything, to finish your backlogs, and then
Mhm.
parang i-push mo yung self mo na, oh, you need to study. You need to study talaga
Mhm.
and be productive. And that's so
Mhm.
hard. That's so hard
Mhm.
during these days kasi may mga responsibilities din tayo outside sa academics, like you need to
Mhm.
become a
Mhm.
daughter, you need to become
Mhm.
a sister, parang ganyan.
Mhm.
So yun
Yeah.
lang naman.
So
And
I
then
Oo.
no,
I think
parang
Shaina, oo. Yes,
sir?
no. I'm sorry to cut you lang, but I think isa dun sa parang ayoko kasing bitawan yung idea there. Yung tamang sinabi mo that about discipline. Kasi I think the difference yung nasa school tayo. Sa school kasi before, meron kang mga mentors and teachers who are there to really guide you every day. Nakikita mo sila, and they can really like, hey, ito gawin natin. Hey, ito yung next step natin gawin. And when you're inside the classroom, you are guided. But here, no, kapag nag-online world ka na, online class ka, nasa room ka, like, you really have to have your own self-discipline imposed
Agree.
to yourself, right? Ikaw na yung mag
Agree with that.
impose sa sarili mo. That is so nice.
And
I would like to, I would like to
and
jump.
tapos sir,
Yes,
with
go,
that
go,
kasi
go.
is like for example sa face-to-face classes, we have
Mm-hmm,
our
mm-hmm,
friends, like we have companies. Parang,
mm-hmm.
nakaka-less ng burden yun nga na may kasama tayo. But in this situation, in
Correct.
this pandemic, tayo lang, nasa room tayo na nag-aaral, wala kang kausap. So parang, um, nag, nakaka-depress pa siya if
Mm-hmm,
ganyan
mm-hmm.
ang dahil din sa situation na to.
Yes, oo. Speaking of depression, there's a study, Hans and Arnold, no? We'll put them on the ano, parang gusto-gusto ko na yung pinag-uusapan natin, very hyper din si Shaina, gusto-gusto kong kausap. There's this study, no, nabasa ko in I think I just read about this 3 weeks ago, that the three or more than 3 million Filipinos are found out to be also depressed, no? Are having issues or related to mental health depression. Kasi depression is one of the common disorders, mental health disorders that are diagnosed in the Philippines, no, as per study. So, what is your personal position to the latest study that there are more than 3 million Filipinos in the Southeast Asia, no, are having issues on mental health related to depression? I would like to ask muna with Hans, and then and then yeah, parang na doble. Hans, parang na-double ka na. Oo.
Nag-transfer
And
ako,
then,
sir.
yes, yes, yes. So my question, Hans, is what is your personal position to the latest study that there are more than 3 million Filipinos are having issues related to mental health depression?
I think the result of the study is very much agreeable because in the past few years or even up until this day,
Mm-hmm.
mental health hasn't really been the focus of the programs, but
Mm-hmm.
it's happy. It makes us happy to know that there are groups and organizations that are
Yes.
rising
Mm-hmm.
now and are formed that will solely
Mm-hmm.
focus on mental health issues and create programs,
Mm-hmm.
and of course aside from creating programs, also indulge themselves in the governance, so that they could also provide suggestions, and they could provide um,
Mm-hmm.
things that could better the programs that will
Mm-hmm.
focus on mental health. Because I think before, mental health really hasn't been the focus of our government. It hasn't parang nababaliwala lang po siya, sir. Pero ngayon,
Mm-hmm.
it's nice. For an example, in Iligan, there is a young organization, a fresh
Mm-hmm.
organization, which is called IMHA.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It also focuses on mental health programs and issues faced
Mm-hmm.
by Iliganons, not only in Iliganons, but also in the neighboring municipalities and cities. So basically,
Mm-hmm.
what the organization does is it tries to score, it tries to tie up with the government
Mm-hmm.
and receive funding
Mm-hmm.
to realize its
Mm-hmm.
programs. And at the same time, the members of the group as well are law
Mm-hmm.
students,
Mm-hmm.
so that they
Mm-hmm.
could provide suggested resolutions and programs that will really help the government in focusing more on mental health issues.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That is so nice to know, no? Because current mental health issues is a national issue, and even if meron na tayong current na batas, no, the Mental Health Act, working on it, still marami tayong mga gaps and challenges na nami-meet sa ating community. Yes, hello, Ma'am Alili Faith Leitanya. Before ako mag-proceed, mag-hi muna ako sa mga nanonood sa atin. Hello there, Sir Romel Islak, watching from Quezon City. Good evening, sir. And to Crystal Ajida, sir, good evening. Ayan, to you, Crystal, thank you so much for watching us. And to Ma'am Halili, hello po, good evening din po sa inyo. 20% na yung battery ko. Bakit kaya ano nangyayari ganito? But thank you for that. To continue with, I think the same thing, no? Sinabi nga ni Hans that there is already, meron tayong mga grupo working on that, on the mental health issues. But still, we have this number na meron tayong more than 3 million Filipinos right now. I think that's the latest sa data natin who are talking about, at ito nga din yung pinaka-latest natin na nagsasabi that 1 out of 10 Filipinos right now in the latest study published this January 2021 na meron tayong mga Filipinos who are prone, no, 1 out of 10 Filipinos who are very prone to have moderate to severe depression. And this young adults po kasi sila, young Filipinos sila, and ito yung mga usually yung nag-aaral pumapasok sa mga college natin. So, ito naman yung tanong ko rin for you, Arnold, no, to you, what's your what's your thought or position with these numbers na meron na tayong mga grupo, meron tayong mga accessibility ng mga, meron na tayong batas. Ano naman sa tingin mo in the community level, no, kung mga dapat pang kulang or dapat pa nating gawin or dapat pa nating paigtingin when it comes to addressing mental health issues sa ating community?
Hi po, sir. Good evening. For me, sir, for the community naman, for one of our problems encountered as a rescue, sometimes we encounter some patients na do have mental health problems. And then every time we ask our one of our officials in barangay, hindi talaga nila na bibigyan ng pansin yung address on mental health. So as of this moment, they are trying their best to have a mental health programs in our community, and I am hoping, or we are hoping, that this will be a successful one, because sir, sa community kasi maraming kang ma-encounter na may mga mental health problems, pero some of them hindi napapansin, and then some of them napapansin naman.
Yeah, thank you so much, no. Mamaya, Ma'am Aleli, babalikan ko yung comment ninyo, no. Thank you so much for having some comment, Ma'am Aleli. But ito, I'll also will move forward a bit, but still related. How the school is helping your students right now, currently. So I'll throw this question muna kay Hans, and then I'll go to Shaina. Kasi Shaina right now is a student, right? So, meron bang ginagawa ang school ninyo to at least relieve? Kasi nga si Hans na pag-start niya that the school is trying to be lenient, no? Academically lenient. So, bawal siguro yung mga, wala na mga surprise quiz, ganon, di ba? Kasi noon sa face-to-face, biglang may surprise exam si sir at si ma'am. Ngayon, ano na, oo. So, what are currently right now, Hans, what are the current programs or actions na ginagawa ng school niyo to help students na ma-minimize or ma-mitigate yung issues na lumaki, yung issue or concern when it comes to mental health problem?
Well, first and foremost, sir, our organization, or the student organizations, has been very much well informed that when it comes to student issues and problems, they really have to voice it out to their professors. And if they cannot voice it out to their professor, they're very much well informed that their guidance counselors are very much active and very much welcoming to their concerns. And based on our referrals and recommendations, sir, it has been really effective. Yung sir, yung return na comment ng mga estudyante na natulungan talaga sila, na respondehan yung mga concern nila. For example, yung professor nila na talaga, hindi follow sa special order at ipupush through talaga yung exam,
okay.
o ipupush through talaga yung quiz na may time limit na 1 hour na 1 hour and 100 items, yung parang ganun, sir. And really it's more of the communication between the students and the administration, and us as the student governing body, we are trying to be the bridge. We're doing our best to be the bridge of the students and the administration. And for now, sir, our programs is to receive all the concerns and concerns and complaints. We have that program, concerns and complaints committee, wherein they receive all of the messages of the students. We summarize it and we forward it to the administration weekly. So we have a summary report in every week, wherein we forward it to the administration. For example, the most common concern is regarding the for example, the most common concern is regarding quizzes, that there's too much or too much workload for the students. So we forward it to the academic affairs. When it comes to concerns regarding the students would like to request for an identification card because it's either lost, damaged, or whatever. So we forward it to specific offices. So as of now, sir, it has
been effective.
the running of the program has been very much effective.
Yeah, so you are telling me, Hans, so in short, you are telling me that it's the openness and maintaining the open communication from the student to your student organization, to which in turn kayo yung nagiging bridge para naririnig sila ng administration. That's a very nice to at least not reassuring, but at least it helps give ideas to the students na huwag kayong matakot to really express kung meron kayong mga gustong sabihin at i-share, especially to your school. To Shaina, shortly, Shaina, yun nga, related doon sa ano ba yung mga programa or mga actions taken na meron bang ginagawa ang school niyo when it comes to medicate or to help you? Meron ba silang tinatawag na mental health day break? Ayan, wala mo ng exam kapag every Thursday, mga ganon. May ganon bang peg? Shortly. Wala.
Walang ganon, sir. But then, our dean is very pro-student right now, as well as the student council is very active on receiving complaints or issues from the students. So they are very okay with that. We can tell them, and then like the kasama is doing, they are the bridge para ipahiwatig sa mga moderators at saka sa dean namin kung ano yung mga problema. Also, aside from that, we have webinars. So we have webinars too, tackling mental health. And as med students are going to siguro what are we going to do during this pandemic? Then also parang kahit med students, may mga nights din kami na parang chill night kung saan online lang siya, kung saan we have for example, we have games, we have online games, just playing with each other without quizzes. Parang walang quizzes na iniisip, walang exams na iniisip. May mga poetry night din kami, may mga jam night, siguro to relieve stress at saka to interact din with our fellow students. Parang ganyan lang kasi very different siya sa college na council talaga. But
so
then
parang naririnig ko sa'yo. Yeah. So naririnig ko sa'yo, Shani, is that of course the school is also trying to find way na ma-break yung mga very routine na ginagawa, and there are also other activities that is not mentally heavy and mentally demanding din sa inyo. Gusto ko lang basahin yung nag-comment sa atin kay Ma'am Alili, who's also watching to us right now. She's also a teacher. Mga maestra, sir, parang na ano na rin sila because the modular ang delivery sa education. Bawal unta magsuroy-suroy si ma'am, unya pa monitoron mi sa mga bata sa bukid, no? So sabi niya, bawal nga kaming lumabas, pero pinapagawa sa amin is that pinapamonitor kami, especially kahit yung mga estudyante nila na nasa bukid. And DepEd has a monitoring tool on student output. So basically, we have knowledge about student performance. The AdSense of webinars, ayan, kasi nag-overlap yung mga schedules ng webinars sa teacher. Parang kaya sabi ni Ma'am, murag kami dyan ba ni dyan mental health debriefing. Siguro meron din akong episode na puro teachers din yung ating, pakikinggan naman natin yung kanilang mga kwento, ano ba yung kanilang mga mental health issues and struggles. Kaya huwag ka mag-alala, Ma'am Aleli, naririnig ka namin. Okay, thank you so much. So to move forward with, right now, kasi with all of this happening na meron na tayong mga konting pinakikinggan naman kayo ng school, pinakikinggan naman kayo ng yung mga request that would mitigate or to help you out. sa concerns on the mental health, no. Dito naman kay Arnold gusto kong tanungin, sa community ano naman yung ginagawa natin in terms of, providing mental health services. Meron bang is there an open service, the 24-hour open service na meron silang matakbuhan or matanungan when it comes na ay ako estudyante ako, no? Tapos hindi na ako makakonect sa internet, so hindi ko matawagan si ma'am at si sir. Meron bang link na ginagawa din ng barangay when it comes to that mental health? Meron ba? Like, wag mo nang i-mention anong barangay ka. Oo. Pero meron ka bang alam na that is related to that? Na meron bang mga estudyante pumupunta humihingi sa inyo ng tulong that is related to mental health concerns?
Hello, sir. Hindi ko naintindihan po, sir, kasi putol-putol po kanina.
Okay, sorry. Oo. So ito na lang, Nold. My question is, meron din bang mga estudyanteng lumalapit sa barangay that is seeking help related to mental health? At ano yung
So
ginawa
far, sir,
ng barangay?
so far, sir, for being in 4 months here in the community service sa barangay namin, wala naman akong narinig or nagpunta sa barangay to consult about it or about mental health problems ng mga students. But mostly, if we visit schools, there's one time that kasi nag-invite kami sa isang school ng training from our being a rescue. Mostly kasi, sir, students, wala akong masyadong narinig sa students na side in terms of mental health problems.
But in case
on the
kung may
teacher's side
lalapit
talaga,
sa
sir,
inyo,
marami kang maririnig na
kung mga
problems.
teacher side, oo. Oo nga, yun yung naisip ko. Next Saturday, teachers naman yung pagbibigyan natin. For tonight, thank you so much kasi super paubos na yung oras natin. I cannot say thank you so much in advance to Shaina and to Hans and to Arnold. Sana mahaba-haba pa yung oras pero kinain ng ating technique ng ating connection, no. But Shaina and Hans, hindi pinaka last part kasi na ginagawa ng program is meron kami tinatawag na fast advice. Parang hindi ko to sa inyo na prime kasi dapat
Hello,
kasi
sir.
kanina before tayo. Oo, sa fast advice ginagawa natin, I'll just say something. Tapos ano yung advice niyo like in less than 30 seconds or 20 seconds, ano yung ma-advise niyo sa ating mga ka-Albedares na nanonood tonight? So for example, lang, ayan, like, ano yung ma-advise niyo sa isang estudyante na takot harapin ang problema? So dahil konting-konti na lang yung oras natin, we have roughly 3 minutes, bigyan ko kayo ng tigda-dalawang fast advice to Shaina and then to, of course, to Hans and to Arnold. Ayan. So, sinong mauuna? Si Hans o si Shaina?
Girls first.
Girls first. Okay, Shaina, Madam Shaina, okay, the ex-president of Kasama MSU IAT. Ano iyong advice sa isang estudyanteng feeling niya wala na siyang silbi?
Ano ba yan? Paano ba? Kasi kailangan talaga natin, parang una is self-love talaga. Dapat alam natin yung worth natin. Alam natin yung worth natin, kung ano yung importansya natin. Tapos, for example, if it's super heavy na talaga, and you can go talk to your friends, to your parents about it.
Okay.
Kasi very important na napapalabas mo kung ano yon, tapos makakapag-isip-isip ka din, and then have some me time. Parang me time talaga.
Me time.
Yeah.
Okay, so self-love, me time, and go to your friends. Next, fast advice sa estudyanteng nawawalan ng pag-asa sa pag-aaral.
Para sa akin yun?
Oo, sa'yo pa rin. To teach tayo. Oo.
Okay.
We still have 2 minutes. Oo.
Nawawalan, ano yun, sir? Nawawalan
ng pag-asa.
Sa pag-aaral? Yun lang, just do your best. Cliché man, but then, after the rain, there's always a rainbow. So just do your
Perfect.
Just do your best talaga. Kahit mag-fail, okay lang yan.
Great, thank you. Okay, Hans tayo. Hans, fast advice sa isang estudyanteng nalilito kung anong gagawin niya sa buhay.
First, know your purpose, and then
Mhm.
next, know the people around you, and then lastly, continue with the journey.
Wow, very nice. Okay, last fast advice. Anong advice mo sa isang estudyanteng nahihirapang kalimutan ang kanyang nakaraan?
Well, like the master of in the Kung Fu Panda said, yesterday is the past. Our tomorrow is our future, and today is a present. And when we say present, it's a gift, and we get excited in that. And for that, my advice is always be excited every day.
Wow, very nice. Thank you so much. Ito sa'yo, Arnold. Fast advice sa isang estudyanteng nagsawa na sa pag-iintindi ng ibang tao. O, sawang-sawa na siyang intindihin yung ibang tao.
Ah, ano bang fast advice ko para sa kanila? Mahirap. Ano yun,
Oo.
sir? Ano yun?
Oo. O, sige, ibahin ko na lang. O, fast advice mo sa estudyanteng takot humingi ng tulong.
Wag kang matakot humingi ng tulong sa iba because when
Mhm.
you ask for help to others, hindi ibig sabihin nun na hindi ka na marunong para dyan.
Okay, thank you so much, Arnold. No, I'm so sorry, pero sobra na tayo ng 1 minute, but greatly, thank you so much for the time. Thank you so much for the opportunity. At maraming salamat mga ka-I'll be there para sa Usapang Buhay, Usapang Karamay. Kung ang advices ang kailangan mo ay, I'll be there for you this Almadale. Catch us again next Saturday every 9 to 10 p.m. At pag-uusapan natin ito, mga teachers naman yung ating mga guests. Sila naman yung pakikinggan natin. Thank you so much and God bless everyone. And always remember, live positive. Thank you. Thank you so much. Maraming salamat.